Bucs are going to have it just past their 25. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
21, Lions 14.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
This is a situation where you just have to be a little bit more decisive with the ball in your hand. I mean, at some point, it's got to come out. You cannot continue to stress your protection over time like he did here. And to take that hit after that amount of time, that falls completely on the shoulder.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Reynolds now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down. On play action, Goff. Catch is made by Wright. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Second and a yard. From the gun, it's Goff. The second down throw is incomplete.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. And he's in! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. so far here in the first. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to take this into the end zone. I wasn't sure we'd ever see a fake extra point again, but this one works. So instead of one, they get two. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. Down the field. He's got Aguilar. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. A deep shot for Aguilar. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Off he goes.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of picking up this 4th down when I've got big old Derrick Henry in the backfield. So what an unbelievable job by this defense coming up with a huge 4th down stop.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. That's into the hands of the receiver, Patrick. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Goff in the pistol. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal. Now a give, but here comes the reverse. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Williams.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. Play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter three begins. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. Goff to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Goff. He'll look underneath here for Montgomery. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing here is Goff. His throw left side is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's the gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw is Goff. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
They face 2nd down and 7. With a shotgun, here's Jackson. And he'll be taken down. They got him back to the 50-yard line.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
He'll try to run for it. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14. Here's a give. Heading right, it's Henry. Whoa. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. Reynolds now on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta, and they give the Lions a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. You'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. David Montgomery still going. And he will score. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator. Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Lions 35, Ravens 34.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now, Jackson. He's going to run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll find Aguilar, complete.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Jackson now. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. On play action, Goff. Now he takes off. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the 1st down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On the handoff, it's Henry. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Markham at the... On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. The Lions call their first timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. From the gun, it's Goff. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
We'll go right back to Laporta. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. And it's 1st and 10. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1. And a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. Important moment here for the Lions as they're going to go for 2.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing, Goff. They'll try to do it with the screen. And he is in. The risk pays off. They take the lead here in the final moments of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Henry. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and long for Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That is brought in, and he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Well, Mike, we're kind of looking at each other up here saying, do they have one more big play left in them? And they got it. When it's all said and done, it should more than likely turn out that that play is the game winner.
Jackson looking to throw. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 and extend the lead to 7 points.
43.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Reynolds now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. And they'll quickly signal for timeout. It's not looking good, but at least they're going to have one final play. Maybe a miracle can get them down to the end zone. Goff to throw on 1st down. Now pass deep for St. Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back as they cruised in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL